All right, this is me again. Just letting you all know, and I keep telling people how much power they have. Your voices have power. Your opinions have power. You remember I did this story on the incident in this house, and I spoke about how the meter for the electricity was taken off the house, and the windows were broken out. Look, look when you're right. Look what your power can do. Look what your opinions have caused to be done. Look, the media has been placed back on. You understand? I've been spoken to a manager at the Barbados Light and Power. I'm not saying who, but one of the people in the authority. And although they would have seen certain documentation, now the meter is back on to the house, all right? And there's some documentation I'm going to show you relevant to this, all right? But really and truly, no, I want to talk about something else, all right? All right, no, I want to talk to you about an incident that has transpired relevant to housing, National Housing Corporation to be exact. Now what's happened is this, right? An elderly lady was living at a national housing unit in Grisette's housing area since 1993. Her and her grandson. Anyway, the elderly lady passed away sometime in 2012, 2013. And she would have passed away, leaving some arrears to the amount of approximately $14,000 or so. Anyway, they made an agreement with the grandson that he could sign, where there's this lease to own program, something along that. I don't want to be specific because I'm not sure myself. But they made an arrangement where he would pay off, the monies owed, and then he would eventually become the owner. So what he did, he started to pay off, and it went down till it was about $6,000. Anyway, he was working, and his work stopped because he was in a vehicular accident. So he was unable to work for a year, and $1,000 went back on. Then COVID came in. That would have been around 2020. Anyway, he had a young lead girl, his girlfriend living with him, and she was pregnant. And he got into trouble with the police and was remanded to prison. So he was remanded to prison 1 week in June, and the next week, National Housing came. They didn't come in. His girlfriend, who was 7 months pregnant, was at the home. They came in. She was not at the home. She was at the clinic getting, what they get when it's prenatal, getting some care and making sure the baby's well and stuff. And National Housing appears to have gone by the house, taken out all of their earthly possessions, and changed the locks on the house. So this girl, 7 months pregnant, comes back home to find she cannot get into the house anymore. To find that all of her possessions are gone. Find all of his possessions are gone. He has barber chairs. He has stuff that belonged to his grandmother. He had his passport, his driver's license, his national ID, all of his possessions and memorabilia were taken out of the home, furniture, everything. And this happened, I want you all to remember this. This happened during COVID, when you were not supposed, landlords were given, or tenants were given a moratorium by the government because they were not working and what was happening, you understand? To give them an ease relevant to payments of rents. All right? She was put out during COVID. No. What has happened? My understanding is that they took him out and they placed a lady who works at National Housing in the house to live. So this guy now has been homeless for approximately 4 years. And let me tell y'all something too. The matter which he was arrested for was dismissed for want of prosecution. I have the documents. The matter was dismissed for want of prosecution. So now he's looking to sue the government relevant to it, because as a result of that, he lost all of his earthly possessions, lost a lot of his freedom, and finds himself in this possession. I saw him yesterday. He was walking in town with his son. And that's because his son's mother and the grandmother were out. So he has to keep his son, but he doesn't have anywhere to live. He sleeps in a car, an old car not far from where his children's mother's family live. But she too is sleeping on the ground. She's sleeping on the ground. The little boy has never slept in a bed yet. He sleeps on the ground with his mother because they had to go back to her family to live. And the family doesn't live in a big house. It's a 2-bedroom house, and there are other relatives in it. So she has to sleep on the ground. And this is what is happening. It's as if people no longer have any sympathy or compassion. When I heard it, it made me want to cry. That's the truth. I've known the guy for a long time, and it was really, really hurtful to me to see this. All right, but I mean, I've reached out to some authorities. I'm being told that we might be able to get some help. I've reached out to officials at NHC. I reached out to government officials. I've reached out to some legal minds to see what they can do for him. But in the interim, he's on the road. He's sleeping in an old car. All his clothing is in an old car. And he has to somebody scotch in a veranda and face the elements. You understand? Because, you know what? National Housing is telling him they cannot find what they did with the things they took out of the house. You understand? Tell me how you feel about this. Because when I tell you these things, I want to hear your opinions on these things. Please tell me how you feel about this. Because remember, he has receipts. I have the receipts too. He has receipts showing how he was paying National Housing and how he got the arrears down. They had to have signed some kind of contractual agreement with him. From the time they do that, there's a lot more to the mortar than the pestle. All right? But this is what transpired. Anyway, as I told you all, your opinions can cause a lot of things to happen. And I thank you, please, for following. Subscribe. Okay, I'm not monetizing. This is not for monetary benefit in any way at all. This is just to let you know what is happening around Barbados. All right? To educate. All right? To let people know their rights. You know? And when you have issues that can affect each and every one of us, to highlight them so that we can be well aware of what is really happening around us. All right? Anyway, everyone, keep your spirits up, keep your tempers down. All right? And remember to do something good for somebody today. This is Winston Clark from Come On Tings. Have a good one.